I have been asked many times what I truly think about polygamy as practiced by our people. Each time the question comes, it touches something deep within me, not because the topic is abstract, but because I am a product of it. My childhood, my understanding of family, my perception of unity and division were all shaped within the complex reality of a polygamous home. So when I speak on this subject, I do so not just from observation, but from lived experience. Among the Urhobo people, polygamy carries both cultural weight and emotional consequence. For many men, it represents an opportunity to expand their lineage and cement their generational presence. In our culture, having many children is often seen as a mark of legacy, strength, and continuity. Some even argue that it brings economic advantages. These views have their place, and I understand the pride that can come from building a large family. But growing up within such a structure, I also saw the other side, the pressure, the imbalance, the quiet emotional storms that often accompany it. What may look like expansion from the outside can feel like fragmentation from within. A man who intends to build a great household may find himself stretched thin, emotionally, financially, and spiritually, without fairness, maturity, and deliberate effort to maintain harmony. The dream of a united family can easily dissolve into competition and resentment, sadly. This is more common than many care to admit. For the wives, the experience can be even more emotionally demanding. Polygamy often magnifies feelings of jealousy and insecurity, especially when affection or resources appear unevenly shared. I witnessed how proximity, influence, or the husband's personal preference could shape each wife's sense of stability. Time and attention are limited, and when they are divided, someone inevitably feels unseen and unheard. In the best scenarios, co-wives find ways to support each other, forming bonds that soften the challenges, but in many cases, tensions grow quietly, creating an atmosphere that affects every corner of the household. And the children people like me feel these dynamics the most. Our relationships with one another often mirror the relationships between our mothers. Where cooperation exists, we grow up united. Where rivalry thrives, division becomes inherited. These patterns do not disappear after childhood. They can linger into adulthood and sometimes last generations. Differences in the father's attention, opportunities given, or emotional involvement can shape a child's confidence and sense of belonging in ways that last a lifetime. When unfairness or favoritism defines a home, children learn early what it means to compete for love and recognition. So when I look at polygamy in Urhobo society today, I see a practice that depends heavily on the emotional maturity of the man who leads the home. Polygamy is not just about having many wives. It is about having the capacity to care for multiple hearts without bias. It demands fairness, empathy, and an uncommon level of discipline. When well governed, polygamy can produce strong networks of extended family and support, but when mismanaged, and it often is, it creates wounds, rivalries, and divisions that can undermine the very legacy it was meant to preserve. In the long run, this fragmentation weakens the social fabric of the great Urhobo nation itself. My reflections are not a condemnation, but an honest account of a lived reality. Polygamy shaped me. It taught me resilience, awareness, and a deep understanding of human emotion. It is from that place of experience that I share this truth. Polygamy can build, but it can also break, and too often, it breaks more than it builds.
Jude KAKPO!